Hello, my friend, and welcome. It's so good to see you. Are you ready to join myself and Clara in Kentucky and Sock back on the ranch? All right, so we are like 3 weeks in within the game, and we are actually finally seeing some progress. I feel like, the last video we really did have some major progress here. It's starting to look like an actual house and not just a tiny little hut. We have lots of extra power now. We have some water bins, and we still have 124 simoleon store names. It is just toward evening. It took that long to finish up the things I said I was going to at the end of the last episode, and I still have not given her the clothing makeover. It's not really a makeover, more like just getting her some clothes. But I wanted to kind of check on some things here. I think, no finely aged yet, but we do have some finely aged here. So we're going to let her go ahead and clean this toilet, make some more nectar, and then open up a spot or two there in the... Oh, we've already made 6 out of 50. Excellent bottles. Awesome. But anyway, we're running out of spots in our storage, so I'm hoping that we can definitely get some more storage also very soon. But I don't know if you remember at the end of the last super long episode, by the way. I don't know what it is with Sims. Like, I'll play other games and I can kind of get into them, but I completely lose track of time when I'm playing The Sims, and so I hope it's not too much of a problem for most people that those Sims videos are probably going to very often be much longer. I don't know why Morty is visiting us. Wait. Oh, this is good for us. This is good for us. I've called to inform you that your great-great-grand-second once-removed cousin's friend's grandpa has passed away and for some reason has left a vast fortune specifically to you. Will you accept? Okay, I know in the spirit of the challenge I should probably say no thanks and just give up the money entirely. I don't intend to have her get married anytime soon, and knowing the results here, that's what would be expected, so we're going to do under what conditions. And that is going to allow us to accomplish a few of the things that we wanted to do, like getting a horse, adopting. We will adopt this time. Perhaps doing some minor expansions on the house, just improving it a little bit further. It probably wouldn't hurt to, put a floor in the barn and that kind of thing. So I can definitely see some things we can do with that money. All right, what is she doing down here? Let's see how many we got. Okay, those are the not yet aged. Okay, this is finely aged poor quality, sold for $3.30. And okay, that's also finely aged poor quality. And then we should be able to put these into there. Oh, we can only put one of those into there. But we do now have extra money, so we're going to go ahead and expand just a little bit and stack in some more here. I think for now I'm just going to go ahead and put the 3 in. We'll put them right up next to each other though. And then maybe a little bit of lighting in here. I may possibly change the positioning of this at some point, where I have it placed. I need preferably something that I can hang on the wall. Yeah, these would probably work. Kind of fit the vibe a little bit. Okay. And, we might as well finish it off. Not that I want to spend foolishly, but semi-foolishly doesn't hurt. Let's do some of that ranch masonry down here. And a little bit of stone flooring. Like so. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it is something. We could do the Batu. Yeah, I think the Batu ones look a little better. Okay. Now, we still have the 2,500. Okay. I'm going to get a couple more of the water barrels. Just kind of tossing them over here because I feel it kind of makes some sense. Like, yeah. It looks like something that would be on the ranch. I'm gonna take a look here. Let's see. See if I can find it. I'm looking for, okay, these. The horse jumps, but I want something that looks a little more run down. I just want for Kentucky to be able to practice. I'm actually realizing just how large our property is. I may want to relocate the house at some point. Maybe bring the house over here, the barn on this side, and then the grapes all along the back. Grapes and strawberries all along the back. Okay, we do want the barrels too. So not the most sensible layout at the moment, but it is something. And we could have had an outhouse. Okay. I want to take a look at the building and how I would best like to expand here. I think, oh, why does it keep doing that? It's ever since this update with the tab, it's like my selection abilities get trapped. Okay. Well, that wasn't exactly what I intended to happen, but alrighty then. And we're going to expand on the bathroom as well. And we're going to put this wall over there. And okay, well, I have to turn this off to build walls. Okay, we're going to build a wall here and here so that we have now created a living room and kitchen space. I do think I'm going to extend by one more so that I can actually put a larger window in over there. So we'll put one here. I don't want to blow all the money, but I also want to take some advantage of our position here. Okay, give us some doors for privacy and some windows for light, all that fun stuff. I do know that the doors do not necessarily match the whole idea of the horse ranch, log cabin, I should say, actually. But, I'm having a little fun with it. Okay, is that I think that's the color. I think now that we have multiple, let's see if I can get that just right. Let's see how it looks from the inside. All right, that looks good. Not thrilled with the positioning because hang on, let me see if I can position it more on the grid to match the door, like so. Yeah, I think I like that better. So there's a nice open space. Let's drag the rooftops over. Okay, I didn't really intend for this to be a build video today, but sometimes you just Take advantage of what you're given. Okay. This can move back here. I have created myself a bit of a roofing conundrum, but we'll make it work. Okay. So now, how would I best like to roof that? We could do this style for now and oops, shorten it up just a notch. Drag that down into there. I think I'd rather actually keep that up a notch. Drag it forward and then back down. Okay. Something like that, but we're gonna have to go down another notch to make it work. Oh, let's try a little alt placement. Right about there is what I was aiming for. Okay, and we need our trim, which I believe was the brown here. Seems darker. That looks right. Okay, we do need to still bring that down a little bit to hide the top. A little bit more. Too much. Whatever. We're going to leave it. Okay. Like that. Okay. Pretty cute. Probably want to move this over a little bit now. Okay, you're going to just pop right on up at the top. These just are sometimes really annoying to place. Like, explain that to me. Explain why it will not. Whatever. Okay, see, now, like, why is that one standing all the way up and that one doesn't? Like, floating. Great. Okay. What I want is right on the peak of the roof. There we go. But now they're, you know, some days I question, why do you play this game? And the answer is, I don't know. I have apparently lost my mind. All right. Something like that. Oof, that just chewed up all of the leftover money. I kind of want these to blend a little bit more, but I like that little bit of red. Okay. So we have 416 left. Is that enough to throw in some extra windows? Doors. We need doors. Oops. Okay. We have the, yep, there's the simple ranch door. So can we get that in the green? I want it in the green. We'll go ahead and just let it match for now. It's okay. I will get over it eventually. After many years of therapy and questioning my sanity. Okay, we'll set that there. We will move our lovely little chair over here. Our lovely little table over here. Actually, maybe because they're so cheap, and I do remember that they're cheap, I'm going to grab a second chair. And set it up like that. Okay. See, doesn't that look cozy? And we'll take another one of these windows. Placed right there. Looks lovely. And, ooh, I know. We probably don't have enough for it. We don't have enough for it. We need 400. I want to put a fireplace like right there. And then maybe a little table somewhere in this area. You know, keeping it very basic, but still, you know, accessible and all that stuff. Okay, can we get a chandelier in the bedroom? Yes. I don't really want to do a chandelier in the bathroom. I think I will use the same ones that I used downstairs and move that on up here to the bathroom. The incredibly well lit, lovely bathroom. Okay. There'll eventually be a sink there. And I think the shower is fine where it is, but I'm going to flip it for now so that it makes sense that that would be against the wall. Yeah, I'll probably flip the toilet too for now and place that directly over the toilet. Okay, let's see. How does it look? All right, we've got 3 turbines. We have a full bedroom now, a almost full bathroom. We have a little bit more water source, and I think it's starting to look like an actual house, even more than I was saying it looks like an actual house just a few minutes ago. And I like have actually we have those over there. This is probably a foolish expense. So I'm going to go ahead and actually delete those. So I had actually forgotten that we have those over there. That will leave us the $250 that we need to buy the other horse, because I'm one who loves to make wise financial decisions, like buying a horse that costs almost all of the money we have left. Seems brilliant, right? Okay, I'm going to actually tuck this into one of our nectar racks. I am going to have her... Oh, we're all good. Okay, I've got everyone all set. It is 9 o'clock at night, so we will not be able to purchase anything right now. So I think what I'll do is have her craft some nectar, and then in the morning we will go ahead and adopt another horse. Hopefully we'll have some more nectar that has matured by then, because that would also be really helpful. The space looks kind of bare now, and that. I would like to get her a bigger bed and a dining table of some sort soon. Okay, we are here ready to rescue a horse. I think she, yeah, I was going to say, I think she goes right in there. I love some of these names. Winifred. Okay, we are mainly looking for a male. Bill is an elder. As tempting as that would be, I'm really hoping for an adult. Haiku. Defiant, fearful, and aggressive, but actually quite an interesting looking horse. Hush Puppy is an elder mare. She is lovely, but unfortunately not what we're looking for. And I actually have Lightning Bug as one of the horses that we created in my my main save. They adopted 2 horses, and one of them was actually Lightning Bug. It was the randomized name. And okay, the final one, Winifred, is a foal. So it does look like Haiku is our only option for what we're looking for. And I may have regrets, but you know, we will work on it. We're starting to get into a bit more of a settled position at the ranch. I mean, this will wipe out most of our money, but I think, you know, we have the ability now to spend a little bit more time caring for a horse, so hopefully we can do that. And, you know, one of the main reasons that I'm indicating that I want to have foal is that I am looking at the option of training and then selling horses as kind of a little side gig. I don't intend to constantly keep horses. I kind of want to keep Kentucky, but like care for and train the horses that we adopt and potentially breed them with Kentucky and then sell that horse and the foal to others, it sounds awful probably, but this is where we're at. Just being a little realistic, I guess, about that not everybody keeps the horses. Okay, let's see a new horse. Congratulations, you have a horse. Yeah, we already had one. Probably care. Okay, this is the same thing we got when we had Kentucky. And Haiku is okay. There we go. Oh, look at you with those lovely socks. That is a cool looking horse. All right, let's head home with Haiku and introduce him to Kentucky. All right, we're back home, and actually, this reminded me that I did come up with a name here, and let me know what you think. We are going to need eventually a bigger barn so that we have a spot for Haiku. I'm thinking when these two have a foal, it is most definitely going to be white and black because we definitely have a theme going on here. I didn't even realize that. I was not even thinking about the fact that Kentucky is also black and white. So this will be interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can... Is there any way we can introduce them or... Well, let's first hand feed him some grapes. We apparently have plenty of those. I don't know why they're split into all these variations, but alrighty then. It must be different qualities or something. We have some excellent quality. I'm not sure. Actually, Clara's in really a good mood. Okay, we're gonna scratch your neck. Okay, talk to. You have developed the temperament skills, so we can work on making him more polite and less aggressive. And, oh, he's prancing. He's happy. He's doing very well, and we have actually already got halfway up friendship with him, so that's awesome. Okay. Horse care, we will brush your coat, and I think we're going to head over here. I wanted to take a quick peek here and see if we have any of these ready to harvest. Okay, we do have, or harvest, ready to collect would probably be the more correct term. Okay. So we'll see what the financial situation is. If we make enough, maybe we can extend the barn right away and give Haiku his own spot in the barn. And then after I do that, I'm going to hop into Cass. I will not make you guys sit through that. I'll just show you the end results. But I want to give Haiku a saddle, possibly adjust the flow of his mane, and maybe, braid the tail or curl the tail or something like that. The kind of things that would not change his actual physical attributes, and, give him a saddle and some minor adjustments. Let's see what our situation is here. Okay. We have one bottle for 1,020 simoleons. That is awesome. All right. So we can definitely go ahead and make a minor expansion. I don't want to change the shape of the barn too much. So I'm leaning toward having it, let's see, I need it wide enough for two side by side. And I think I'm going to expand this way up. Okay, yeah, we are going to have to take off the lot challenge. Oh wait, not the lot challenge. We have to change it to a normal residential lot. We have outgrown the tiny home, and I'm going to pull this back by one so that we have room in the front here for the feeder and the water. So we're going to put this on this side. We will have to move the door over. Totally realistic renovations, because you can always just slide the door over without having to rebuild walls or anything. Totally normal. Okay, I'm going to actually pull it one more so that hopefully there's enough room there. And then like so. And can I stretch it one more just to make sure they're good and covered? Okay, I want to put my barrel back over here. All right. And we need to fix the roof, I'm betting. Oh, yeah. Okay, stretch that back. And then over the roof. Okay, it was selected. Okay, and let's take a look at how that looks. All right, that is definitely looking barn-like. I feel like I need a window or something up on top. So let's find the horse ranch pack here. Do I want... Yeah, I think I want that style of window. In the green that we're using on everything? No, I need the white. Why does that... Why is there not just a white swatch? Okay, what swatches do we have this in? Why don't we make this green, that green, and then we will change the barn color. Maybe I want to go... I wish I had the multicolor sideways. But we could go with a white barn. I don't... Maybe I'll go this route. No, not loving that. I think that might be better. Not great, but better. You know, I'm taking what I've got. I actually, yeah, not feeling that. I want more of a traditional, and I'm thinking in here, yeah, we got this red siding that I absolutely love. And, okay. I forgot it. Did I put a thing in there? Why do I not remember doing that? How do I destroy it is the question. Not that way. I'm not going to leave the doors green now, though. Okay, I think... There we go. That'll work. Okay, let's do... Okay, it's going to bother me that this doesn't come in white, though. So I'm wondering if we do more of a black. It's not too bad. I would have... It kind of matches the barn. Or I mean the house barn. Same difference. So what if we make these red? Of course that's not available in red. What was the deal here? Like, really? What about blue? Do we have this siding in the blue? Okay, what? Has anyone else been having that issue where it's not actually selecting? Okay, that's awfully dark, but kind of like how that looks. But now watch these not be available in blue. Oh wait, oh my goodness, they're actually available in blue. So we've slapped a little paint on everything. The barn is bigger than the house. You know, that doesn't seem fully unrealistic, to be honest. Okay. Still thinking, as crazy as this sounds, can I move this entire house over here across from the barn? Like about there. Okay. And now I need to move this way over here someplace. Oh, not down a floor, up a floor. Okay, I was almost there. So I need to move it over by 2, but I want to leave room to expand on this side. So I think I'll just leave it where it is for, well, no, I want it up against the house. Let's be real. Okay, up against the house. We're going to move it right about there. Okay, why? Why would it do that? Okay, we're gonna, I think I can lower it. That help? No. What am I being charged for? Weird. Okay. Rotate. Shift you over by 1. Why is this so complicated? I'm going to remove the letter for a moment and rotate again and see if I can shift it right to there. Okay, and did that affect anything yet? No. Okay. Now we need our ladder back. And I think I had this one. And seeing we are making everything blue, I'm going to go ahead and do that here too. Okay. I'm going to put the ladder here. Okay, that works. Not ideally, but it works. Okay, we'll put this back here. And we're gonna grab a rock, put that there. We need some kind of bush, something that looks like it belongs here. There we go. Pretty sure we can still use that. We'll check. Okay, we're down to 172 simoleons already, so that's wonderful. Okay, so we have the barn on one side, the ranch house on the other, the plants straight out the back, and if I have enough, I now want to build those fences in here, but I definitely suspect that's not happening right away. Let's see. They are 25 a block. Yeah, that's not happening right now. We're going to have to wait. And eventually we will also do a fence all the way around, and then I will probably create a fenced area within here for the horses, and then a fenced area over here for the garden or farm, whichever way you'd like to refer to it as. This house I plan to extend out this way and a little bit further back. So we have like lovely views out the back porch, maybe that way. Yeah, I think it's come together. All right. So we have a chance here to just kind of hop over and say our hellos again to Haiku. We want to really work on that, and very soon I need to train them, or train him. I am wondering though if I yet have enough. All right, let's see how this works. Oh, did we just get a negative? Okay. Having a little chat with Kentucky, going, hey, I've got an idea. Kentucky's like, hey, that's not a bad idea. All right. Oh, cross your fingers. Okay, he seems pretty happy. All right, your hygiene's a little low, so we're going to go ahead and brush your coat and clean your hooves. I don't think we have to do both, but it doesn't hurt, I'm sure. and you are excellent all around. So after that, now I have to get used to this new layout. Let's see. Oh, your needs are excellent. So we're going to go ahead and craft some more nectar. I'm going to take a look here at the seasons. We have 7 days left of fall, so 7 more days to harvest grapes, and then we will have a little stretch there where we have nothing coming in until spring, because the strawberries will be for spring. So what I'm thinking is during that time, that's when we're really going to focus on training the horses and getting their skills up, maybe entering some competitions, and work on building up their value also so that we can sell the horses for more. So that's where my brain's going with this right now. But I think that is all I'm going to do for today. I'll off screen just have her do a couple more batches of the nectar, and I will give everyone some quick makeovers. Well, except for Kentucky. I think Kentucky's pretty good. And speaking of you, why do you look like you have green on you? But you're clean. We'll just socialize with you. Count some mini sheep. All right, so just a little behind the scenes maintenance until next time, but I want to say thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope to see you again real soon, and have a wonderful day.